All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a pre-market show. Hope everyone's having an amazing morning and I hope you had an amazing weekend as well. So let's get started as we are approaching the end of the month and hopefully you're having a great month as well as we end September and get into a brand new month. Just want to do a quick mic check. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. All right, excellent. So it looks like YouTube can hear me perfectly, but not the chat room. So I'm going to restart the chat room here. Mike's got to get warmed up for a Monday, looks like. All right, so let's try that. Can you guys hear me in the chat room now?
Yep.
All right, excellent, man. All right, guys, let's get going. Good morning, Norm. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I'm doing great. Happy Monday. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. All right, guys, so let's get into another week. Also, end of the month of September as well. So hopefully you're having a great month. And as we prepare to start a new one in a couple of days. So let's get into it, guys. As usual, we'll go over our gappers list right over here. NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gainers. Then we'll get into some news, see what's going on. Actually, we'll get into some news first, see what's going on with the SPY. Norm will give us what is somewhat of the major stuff expected this week. Then gappers list, NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gainers. We'll see what you guys have on board that you like that might not be on our list here. And then we'll get into some announcements. And then from there, we'll get into finalizing our list, finding support and resistance. So this is what we do every day this week. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. It might seem like we go a little fast, but after being part of this over a couple of days or so, you're going to start getting the flow of it and it's going to become second nature. So please try for a couple of days. If you think it's too fast, come back tomorrow and the rest of the week and then we can go from there. So welcome to any new BBT members. We're glad to have you here. So happy Monday. All right, Norm, what do we have in regards to news, any announcement, anything we should look out for this week? I think I might have lost Norm. And I know Norm's been having issues with his mic the last couple.
Here we go.
Oh, there, I gotcha.
There we go. Yeah, Carlos. So first off, shout out, happy Rosh Hashanah to our Jewish friends out there, many of whom probably aren't here this morning. So that's a specific note. Today, tomorrow, watch out for volume that may or may not be in the market because of Rosh Hashanah and a lot of people off for that holiday. Right now, the SPY, if I drop off, Carlos, go on and we'll come back. My connection's been kind of weird. Once again, I've got to get this taken care of today.
No problem.
But right now, the SPY, if you look at a daily chart and you zoom out a ways, you'll see that you're going to have to go back, probably get about a year's worth of data or something in there. But you see we've been in this steady uptrend, setting higher lows, and we've kind of bumped up against the ceiling on this all-time high a couple of times, just above 300. And we are sitting, it's especially true if you draw a second line from the bottom of December to the couple of areas right there. Yep. And we've kind of been on a straight line up since then with a couple of pullbacks, for instance, in May. And then that second one, I guess, was around July. So, SPY in the last week has been sitting between 294, 298. I'm waiting to see if we break out to the upside from this 300, 304-ish level. Or if we break down from 290. If we go under 290, could get interesting. Either way, we'll see what happens. Earnings season kicks off in earnest on October 15th, so we've got just about 2 weeks before we have that come into play. There's a few coming out, in the meantime, but the banks will kick it off as they typically do on October 15th. and then we'll start getting real busy after that. So it's kind of where we're sitting right now. These Chinese stocks have come in. There's been some economic manufacturing data out of China. While not super strong, it's stronger than was anticipated. That's popping a few of these names. And, I don't see, SPY's relatively flat this morning. Like I said, we might have low volume with the Jewish holiday. So just a couple of things to keep in mind.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Norm, for that information. All right, guys, let's get to our gappers list right over here. So let's start with Doba, see what's going on there, and let's make a little bit of room here for the rest. So Doba is up 38.2% this morning, 228,000 shares traded. Looking at this daily, looks like we have looked at it in the past. We do have some levels on here, but I'm going to remove those for now. Right now, pre-market activity looks pretty flat, much like a buyout. Norm, any news on this one?
It is a buyout.
It is?
Yeah, right. There's a buyout by a Swedish firm.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm probably not going to be tradable at that point. Next, we'll look at a SINA. SINA is up 2.6 this morning, 136,000 shares traded so far. But as you can see, guys, this is stuck on a block trade, so not really much activity going on. If you look at the 5, again, not much activity happening here. Just one huge block trade here for 136, so not really tradable, not really in play. Next, we have Momo. Momo we have traded quite a bit in the past. Today they have 112,000 shares traded, so they do have some activity in regards to volume, 112. But pre-market activity is not looking all that great neither. But I'm going to keep this one, guys, because
105 of that's in a block trade this morning.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you can see it right down here. So we'll keep an eye on this one because this one could tend to be very active. It's very traded a lot by retail traders. They like this stock. There's some people that just look at the stock all the time. They don't trade anything else. They'll have this one and maybe some other good ones like BABA, MU, and that's all they'll look at, right? So we'll keep an eye on this one. Let's see if this gets better. Right now, not looking all that great. It's just one huge block trade here at 135. That's creating all the volume. I'm sorry, 105, creating all the volume. So not much happening there. So we'll see if that gets better as we get closer to 9:15 time frame. We do have one of the ones we watch quite often here. BABA. BABA is 400,000 shares traded so far, and it is up 2.2 this morning after a nice big drop on Friday. Look at this beautiful drop here on Friday, hitting some of these areas of support. I know you mentioned something about these Chinese stocks. What do we have going on with Alibaba specifically?
Well, so on Friday, news came out that the White House may be looking to limit or end U.S. investment into China, and part of that may be the delisting of Chinese notes on U.S. exchanges, such as any of these these ADRs that are listed like Baba, Momo, all of these Chinese names. That's what they are. So they're concerned they may be delisted. That's what dropped them so hard on Friday. I was on the mic at one point and mentioned it, and we went through and started looking at them and some other potential fallout from it. So this is a bit of a bounce from that. And then that's the biggest news that I really see the cause for this news. A little bit of a bounce off that drop on Friday.
All right, excellent. So we'll keep it on here. This one could trade very well if it's in play. So right now has some good pre-market activity. Tons of volume, guys, 401. So very active this morning. Definitely worth taking a look at. Next, we have PVG. So PVG is on here down 2.3, 908,000 shares traded. Oh, just a bunch of block trades. You can see here, 906,000 on this one trade here. So not creating much activity. So we'll skip this one. Just going to remove this one off the list. Daily looks interesting, though.
Yeah,
go ahead.
There's no news on this. It's like you said, it's just block trades as well. So
yeah, just looking off the daily though, it looks interesting. Like we have some kind of flow here. It looks like it might be heading down to test that 11 level. But again, we'll need some good pre-market activity to start showing up on that. AG is down 2.9, almost 3% here. 819,000 shares traded. But again, more block trades, guys. Another block trade here for 808,000 shares traded, which is okay because we know usually Mondays watch list, gappers list, especially on a holiday like today, partial holiday for our that people are celebrating and some schools are off. That might affect a lot of parents and people that trade, right? They might be home or something. This here, it's a lot. We have a lot of stocks on here. And that explains why we have so few that are block trades. This is actually a big list for a Monday. So that's what's causing a lot of these block trades. So another block trade on here for 808. Daily looks interesting because you do have this area that if you can lose this 935, it could be interesting. Has been an area of support in a few places. But again, just the pre-market activity, everything else not really there. All right, let's see what NASDAQ active we have.
One other thing to note on AG. So it's precious metal prices dropped pretty significantly. And that's taking this down. This is a silver miner that operates primarily in Mexico. So
okay, interesting. So yeah, so we'll keep it on here just in case, guys. But again, what's causing the pop right now is just this block trade. Let's head over to our NASDAQ active. So VEON, not much going on here. 11 million shares traded, but again, it's got to be all block trades. You can see right on there. GILD also block trade, 735,000 shares traded right there. Has an interesting daily. We have traded this one in the past before, but right now not really much activity going on. Next we have GRFS also some huge block trades on here. Again, no activity this morning. PAAS also not doing much, guys. A bunch of block trades as well. Again, no pre-market activity on PAAS. Volatility index is pretty much flat at the moment. It's kind of had a little bounce with the SPY dropping a bit over the last couple of days. This one could be interesting today, you know, depending on what the market does. It looks like it wants to drop a bit. If we look at the SPY really quick, you can see here it has support that's been holding here the previous day close. Every time it has gone below this previous day close, which is sitting at 295.40, it has bounced back up. But again, we're kind of squeezing up on it again here one more time. So it will be interesting for a Monday to see how this opens up. Looking a little bit bullish, bearish right now with it trying to reach that previous day close again here in the pre-market. So we'll keep an eye on that. TVX could be interesting if the SPY can drop some of these levels we have here. SSRM, this one is not much going on. Also huge block trade here. SNNA, also penny stock. We'll skip that one. AMD, our buddy. What is going on with AMD? So AMD lost that range we had right in here, right? We had a range that has been stuck in for the last couple of days. As you can see, just kind of some nasty candles in here, but you can clearly see the range. It lost it towards the end of last week, and today is kind of heading south a little bit more. So this could actually be interesting if we can continue to lose this. We do have a moving average right here on 27. That could be a good possible target. So I'm going to keep AMD on my list today. I think it'll be interesting to see what that does. Also, depending on what the SPY is doing. Obviously, right now it's just kind of following what the markets are doing because it looks exactly like the SPY. But overall, on the daily, that we're losing this this kind of tunnel we're stuck in, bouncing back and forth. This could be exciting. All right, next we have YNDX. YNDX, no volume, guys. Well, no, they do. It does have volume. What I mean is block trade, so no pre-market activity. Not looking great. Daily looks exciting. We have traded this one in the past. You can see here we can lose some of these levels here. It could be nice, but again, just right now, not creating anything exciting with this block trade. Today could be a good scanner day, guys, to see what pops up into our scanners. Pull up the chart, and then wait for a pattern to show up. So NASDAQ ETF right here, so you can see slightly down a bit today. NASDAQ active, we have DOBA here. We know this is a buyout, so it's kind of stuck within this price range. If you zoom out on the 5, you can see usually when you see this type of action like that, all flat, usually does not mean that it is going to be in place. So that usually signifies a buyout. Go ahead.
I just want to make one note since we're talking about all these block trades that we're seeing this morning. So if you notice on all of these so far that I've seen, SINA, Momo, what were the other ones that we had block trades on? PVG was one of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them are large block trades that are exactly on Friday's close. So those are trades that settled at the close on Friday and that are just being reported this morning in all likelihood. Look, that price is 11.97. Previous day close 11.97 on PVG. Same with SINA and Momo. So those are essentially, it's useless information. Just throw that out.
Right.
It's, you know, who knows? It's mutual funds or whatever taking positions at the end of the month, and last week they're being recorded this morning. It's a late print. They're meaningless information. So.
So that
I know some people have said, you know, is it window dressing or this or that? It's absolutely essentially meaningless. Just throw it out. Don't worry about it. No volume. Yep, Stuart, correct.
All right, guys. So yeah, so this is why don't get confused. Oh, these stocks are in play and put them on your list. You got to look into the details and notice that a lot of them are not giving you any opportunity, any good opportunity or signals this morning to have on your watch list. All right, we left off here at DOBA. So next we have CALA. Kala here is not doing much. No activity, no volume. TROV not doing anything as well. No volume. Not a good pre-market activity. FBIO, same situation, nothing going on. VTVT, nothing happening. CKPK, I'm sorry, CKPT, not much going on there. DGLY, also dead. IMGN, also crappy. And next we have MITK, nice block trade there for 2000, not doing much. IMGN, also no volume on that list. And the last one here, AGRX, also not doing great. So again, guys, this is a typical Monday. This is what a Monday looks like. There's not a lot that's looking all that great, but I'm sure our scanners will pull up something. There's always something that could be tradable and look interesting. All right, guys, what do you guys have on your end? Norm, what do you like this morning out of your watch list?
So I'm gonna warn you, I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I mean, when I turned on Trade Ideas and I saw these pop up, I thought we had something. As I dug into them, I realized we had one buyout and then 4 with block trades. So literally a big goose egg on the gappers list this morning. It doesn't mean things won't pop up. We find things to trade almost every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to warn you. Well, like I said, I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I've got 3 names for you. I've got Thor Industries, THO. They reported earnings this morning. They manufacture RVs such as the Airstream trailer. Mm-hmm. Then you've got Calm, which is Cal-Maine Foods. It's an egg.
What's the ticker?
Egg. Calm, CALM. And then MNK, Mellencrot, had a settlement. We traded that in the past. They've got high short interest. Let me check. What is the Carlos? Check the newest short interest that you have on MNK. Haven't gotten that far yet, so it's still reported at 67%. I believe that would take into account reporting since when we traded it, so it's still pretty high.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to think. The day we traded it was the 10th. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. I'll make sure on that. I'll have to look at the dates real quick. But anyway, so it could be interesting this morning.
Yeah, it's definitely leveling out. And again, we still got a nice big short interest on this, given the stock had this nice beautiful pop. You would think a lot of that would drop this a bit, but again, this thing has been dropping for so long, right? Look at this thing, right? If you're short here, you're probably still holding a little bit left if you held for a bit here, so who knows. All right, guys, so that is what we have. Anything else, guys? Let's look at the chats. Let's go over here. MNK we added already. Let's look at MU. What is going on with MU here? So let's remove some of these levels. So MU is interesting, guys. Took a big hit yesterday. Not yesterday, on Friday, based on their earnings, right? Their earnings was after hours on Thursday. And then they just completely dropped off the face of the earth here, heading down to the next area where they were able to find some support. You can see here that previous day close line, previous close of Friday was right on here. You can see areas of support and resistance. So with price action hanging on right there right now. This one could be interesting to watch. It's got some good volume for MU, 212. That is actually quite a bit for the type of stock. So I'm going to put it on my main list to see what we're going to get, any type of continuation. We do have some other areas right here we can get to. So MU is going to be interesting today. Let's look at GSK. What do we have here? So GSK, not much volume right now, guys. What type of news do you have on GSK? At the moment, we do have a little bit of a choppiness on this daily, but I could see the flow of the day and the range that it's kind of creating, right? So we kind of broke out of this area of prior resistance around 42.50. That was tested at least 1, 2, 3 times. We're breaking out of that now. Pre-market activity is not looking all that great, and you do have a little bit of volume, not anything too exciting. So again, if we have some news on this one, we can watch it.
And keep in mind, it's a foreign stock. It's a drug manufacturer out of the UK.
That makes sense.
So a lot of this, a lot of this stuff is, currency related and things of that nature.
All right, so let's look at Road. What do we have here? That's not coming up as a ticker. Oh, yes, it is. Here it is. But no volume, guys. And also, even with the volume, look at this nasty daily chart. Very choppy, guys. Look at the 5-minute towards the intraday on Friday, man. This is all just pure choppiness. You don't want to be involved in this type of ticker. So not seeing anything exciting there, guys. Baidu, let's see. I'm sorry, Norm, you said something?
Yeah, BBBY when you get a chance.
All right, we jump on that next. Baidu's, I'm not seeing much volume right now on Baidu, but this was active. I mean, last week you could have traded this for a short, for a long, and then for a short again on Friday. So there's a lot of activity happening on Baidu. We could definitely, hopefully, expect some continuation out of it today. Don't know which way he wants to go. He's right in the middle of the previous day close, so we found some support on Friday, and also you got all these moving averages towards the top, plus a level, the highs and lows. So it's in a very interesting area right now for Baidu, but right now I don't see much activity coming out of this. But this is one stock that if you watch, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I can't figure out where this volume is. It's got 194,000 shares traded. Not a single candle's over 1.2 thousand.
I don't know where they're getting that volume neither. It's probably something that was misprinted or something. But yeah, you're right. I don't see that volume at all here. And pre-market activity is definitely not showing that. So not sure where that's coming from. And time in sales, I don't see it in the time in sales neither. This is definitely not adding up to 194. So yeah, interesting there on Baidu. Let's take a look at BBY, you said?
BBBY.
Oh, this is interesting, and I always have found this stock great to trade. It trades very, very well. Has some good trades on this one. Well, we only have 48,000, but it is climbing. I do like the daily chart. We came down here, found some support. What's the news on it?
Well, so they're going to be reporting earnings this week, but what I find interesting, if you go in there and you scroll through time and sales, that over and over and over, you've got somebody here sitting, hitting the offer and buying at the ask at 1044 with 4,900 share lots.
Yeah.
Somebody's got a hot key for 4,900 shares that's accumulating this stock right here in this range.
Yeah. Somebody.
So I'm gonna keep my eye on this to see if maybe they know something that I don't have paid research enough to find out from me.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on this. Maybe you can call this guy here and find out what's happening. All right, let's get to it, guys. So BBY is good. I do like the way the daily's setting up, so we'll put that down here on BBY.
They don't, and just to note, they don't report till Wednesday. I believe it's after the close.
Yeah. So it's not even tomorrow. It's Wednesday.
No, it's not tomorrow. It's Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's far out. Interesting. Definitely worth watching this one, guys. Even on the daily itself, it has some good technicals. You can see how it's found some support here. Nice little bounce. We have an area you can get to all the way up to 11 or so. So again, this one is very interesting. And
it's got very high short volume too.
Yeah, what's the short volume?
Our short float on TI it says 83%, which that doesn't seem right. That seems off, but I know it is high. A lot of people, it's FinVis has 56%, so it's high regardless. It's capable of a squeeze, no doubt.
Excellent. All right, guys. So let's see what else. JD is better than Baidu. Let's check. JD is, doesn't have much going on right now, but it's gonna move with Baidu, of course. But again, it's kind of got the same daily chart, so I don't see much volume on this one neither. But those could be two good ones to watch today. Give me 1 second, guys. Just want to get something ready here.
Somebody, my thought is maybe somebody knows something on that. Somebody's accumulating.
Yeah, it does look interesting. All right, excellent. All right, guys. So what else do we have? All right, so JD we looked at.
So we've got somebody on YouTube saying they got an analyst upgrade, which I haven't seen yet, but I really just started looking into this. Yep, Wedbush upgraded and put a price target of $16 on them. So
that's aggressive.
That's part of what's going on. People jumping out before a squeeze, people getting in for a squeeze. Yeah. And then Costco was also mentioned, Costco, which they report this week as well. But that's just block trade.
Yeah, not much going on at the moment. All right, guys, we'll do one more, and then we'll get into announcements for today and the week, and then we'll come back and find some support and resistance on these stocks, and then we'll see if there's anything else that looks good. A lot of these on here I put on here, but they don't look great. Like Doba, it's a buyout, so we'll take that one out. And some other ones are just not looking all that exciting, like AG also. Another one that's a block trade, so we'll take that one out as well. All right, guys, let's get into announcements. Nora, what do we have coming up this week over here?
Yeah, so weekly rundown like we do every Monday. Brian is back. I'm sure you guys have missed the swing trade discussion. Be 2:30 this afternoon, Eastern, all these times I'm mentioning are Eastern. Class number 1 onboarding will be 8 p.m. this evening. Are you doing that class, Carlos?
Yes, I am. 8 p.m. this evening, Eastern time.
All right. So looking forward to people getting oriented and onboarded in that. Tuesday, Williams Trade Review, 3 p.m. In the chat room. It will be live streamed on YouTube as well. Wednesday, workshop at noon. We'll be back this week. Can't remember what the subject is off the top of my head. And then Williams evening trade review on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Another trade review 3 p.m. Thursday, and Kurt's fireside chat 3 p.m. on Friday.
All right.
And then, as we mentioned, go ahead and shoot back to that. Yeah, we are very proud to be supporting Traders for a Cause. There are events coming up October 11th through 13th. Andrew will be there on the Saturday, Sunday portion of it. And there's some really great traders and things that if you go to their website, tradersforacause.org, you can see the great charities that they support, and they're going to pass the $1 million mark in donations this year with this event. So they're anticipated to. So if you have the chance, go out to Las Vegas, October 11th through 13th. Use the promo code BearBullVIP, and you'll save $250 off your ticket. Pictures from New York City meetup. If you either just want to see them or if you want to go see yourself in the professional pictures we have taken, go to our Facebook page, Bear Bull Traders, and you'll be able to scroll through all those. There are 200 plus pictures up, some really great shots. And then task number 1, best trader competition. It's ending today. OneBestTrader.com. You can see the live leaderboard and such. So BBT is well represented over there. Good luck to everybody wrapping that up. Benzinga FinTech Awards. Bear Bull Traders is honored to have been nominated for the Benzinga FinTech Awards People Choice category, Best Financial Literacy Tool. If you enjoy the content we put out each and every day, you can go vote. It takes about 2 seconds. AB will put up the link. Just a couple of clicks and you're done. You can vote one time per day per device. Meetups. We've got St. Louis coming up October 19th. Kurt and William will be there. San Diego, October 26th. Andrew will be there speaking on the Trade Ideas Conference. I've said this before. If you're either on the West Coast, can make it to San Diego, not only is it a beautiful place, with great weather, but you also have the Trade Ideas Conference, which has a lot of great insight from all kinds of different traders, chartists, analysts of all different sorts. You can go to look that up, just Google Trade Ideas Conference or whatever, and you can pull it up and see the list. Andrew will be speaking on the panel. I anticipate being there this year as well. And then Clearwater Beach, Florida, November 16th. There is a meetup there. We'll have more details as we get closer. A lot of non-members came to the New York City meetup, asked about joining. So in order for them to give them a chance to on board with us, we're offering a 30% off lifetime membership and 25% off annual memberships in celebration of our great turnout for the New York City meetup. And then if you're on YouTube watching us, have not tried out the chat room, would like to come trade with us, you can use the promo code premarket24. It does not auto-renew, does not turn into another kind of membership or anything like that. It's a 1-week trial. Come in, try out the room, see if you like it. We love it, but we know it's not a fit for everybody. And then also, if you click the subscribe button and the notification bell, you'll be notified when we go live with our new content, such as the pre-market show, Williams Trade Reviews, interviews with people like Mike Bellafiore or Brett Steenbarger, any of the people that we've been interviewing recently. And William put up a new one over the weekend that was pretty interesting from an Australian trader. So, and then of course, we also love, Carlos and I, we love likes. So if you hit the thumbs up, we truly appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely, guys. Thank you, Norm, for that. All right, folks, let's get into it. Let's see what we have here. Let's start over with Doba. So Doba, as we know, possible buyout or confirmed buyout, is trading like a buyout. So we are going to delete this out of our list here. Momo is actually not all that active, only 113,000 shares traded. We don't even know where this volume is coming from because I don't see any type of volume bars down here, and the pre-market activity is just pretty crappy at the moment. So again, nothing exciting going on here. I will wait for that one to hit our scanners, if anything, or turbo break up or turbo break down. But I don't see anything exciting happening there. Here is Baba. Baba and JD seem to be a little active. What's JD doing? Is JD getting a little more volume or no? JD 131. Not too bad. Not too bad. So I think both of these will be good to watch today. As we get closer to 9:15, I will pick one of these. Make some room right here. If I could do that. All right, here we go. So we put JD here and then put AG here. So JD and Bob, I'll watch. Let's see what comes out of those two as we get closer to 9:15. AG not doing much, guys. Again, just a huge block trade here. Several block trades. One here at 808,000. So again, not doing all that great. We'll remove this one as well. AMD, guys, I'm gonna watch. Oh, nice little block trade looks like on here, or print. Let's see what the time and sale shows. I don't see anything too huge. So. But again, I think AMD is going to be interesting, guys. We have kind of lost this support that we had around 29-ish or so, 29.80, whatever that number is. So you see the line right on there. It's the high from yesterday. I'm sorry, from Friday, and also from Thursday, as well as the low for a couple of days here when it was stuck within this range. So I think this will be interesting to watch. Volume is coming in aggressively, so not sure if any news broke out or what the SPY is doing. Let's just take a peek at the SPY. It's not doing anything too crazy. So I think MU would be worth taking a look at today. I'll have this on my list. Let's look at let's just fine tune it, then we'll look for some levels. So AMD is good. MU I'm gonna have. BBY I'm gonna have as well. THOCALM and MNK are some possible. So this will be the watch list here. Let's go and find some levels for these. So Baba, we have our low of our pre-market sitting at 169.37, so we'll mark that down. Above that, high of our pre-market sitting at 171.19, so we'll mark that down there. Also, look how that was the support in the past, now acting as a resistance. And you also have a moving average coming in right around 172. Obviously, 172, you want to have that marked down as well. Towards the top, you have the highs and lows from the last two trading days here, so you don't really need to add any more. Plus, some moving averages heading down towards 174, so be aware of that. Now, towards the bottom, the next area of support is this moving average here, but we already marked down the low of the pre-market at 169, so very close to it. I'm not going to mark down this moving average. And again, remember, guys, these levels are an area. They're not exact, so be aware of that as well. So towards the bottom, before we get to the previous day close, that's a nice little gap here that we want to find some kind of support from the daily, and I do see one right on here around 168.05. So I'm going to mark that down. You have several days using this as resistance, and then as support in these last couple of 3 days here, we have some support around 168, and then prior to that, below that, you have 166, which is your previous day close, 165.98 to be exact, and then you have the low from Friday. So plenty of levels towards the bottom. Right now, pre-market looks very active, kind of stuck within this range. Let's see if it's going to break and head up and test the high, or is it going to continue to test the low here, as it has tested already a few times. We got 1, 2, 3, and at least 4 candles hitting that 169.43. So that is Baba. Let's look at JD. JD also has the same, obviously the same daily chart as Baba. As you know, these two are interrelated. So 28.67 will be a good one. Then below that, 28.26 will be the low of the pre-market. Then you do have the previous day close moving average and the low of yesterday, Friday, right on here as well. So that's a good area. You don't need to add any more. And then towards the top, you have your high, which we just marked, 28.67. And then you have slightly above 29, you have an area of the low from Thursday. And also that Thursday, Wednesday, you do have some support being built up there as well. So I think that's plenty for JD. Let's see how these two trade when they get the volume. Right now, not looking all that great. Baba does look a lot better pre-market wise. They seem to have a better movement of activity at the moment. Let's look at AMD. So AMD's got some crazy volume coming in now. 606 already, bouncing off this previous day close. So I think this one will be interesting. As far as levels, we do have 3070 up here. We do have 3184 based on this range we have been creating over the last couple of days. And also notice the high of Friday is the area of the bigger range that we've been stuck in around what's that, 29.85. So you have those two levels, three levels towards the top that are great. You don't need to add any more. Towards the bottom, previous day close, black dotted red line, black dotted line here, and then the red line at the bottom is the low from Friday. So if we can hit lower and lose those two levels, the next one will be 27.70. You can see a nice little drop here, found some support before it changed directions, and then below that, clearly 27. It's a very nice level because you do have a moving average on there as well. So a lot of activity right now on AMD. Seems to have a nice little pop here of over a couple of cents, maybe 30 or 40 cents. So a lot going on at the moment. We'll see how that lays out in the next couple of minutes. MU, guys, this will be a good one to watch. Oh, we got to check out Roku now that I think about MU. Let's see what Roku is up to. That was our buddy last week. I think everyone made money on that. So let's go back to MU. So MU here, high of our pre-market. Let's mark it down at 43.68. So right on here, 43.68, high of the pre-market. Above that, you do have the high from Friday, which is a ways up. So we got to figure out if we can see anything clean within this daily chart here, right? So this is the range we have right now. Very clean support and resistance on here. Well, resistance now based on where the price is. So within this range, where can we find something that looks clean? Looks like right in here, 44.72. The more a level is tested, the stronger that level is going to be. So let's check this one out. So you have here 42.77 tested there as support, and then resistance, pullback, and then it takes off. Tested here as support, as resistance, somewhat as resistance, breaks out of it, comes right back down, and then these days just kind of consolidating really around the 44.72. Then some more resistance, some more resistance, and some more support. So again, plenty of touches on this 42.72. So I want to have that on there. There could be some loss of momentum or some change in direction if we get through that, or if we punch through that, you can have some people that are going to bail out on that trade. Next, we have towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market is at 42.75. So we'll mark that down. And then below that, very clean level right on here at 41.70. And then also all the way down here at 40.76. So plenty of levels towards the bottom and towards the top on MU. Again, we had a really good trading day on Friday on this. Let's see what it does, if we can get some kind of continuation out of this. So BBY, guys, as you know, they got an analyst upgrade. They also have earnings coming up later in this week, as Norm had mentioned. We have a great level here, clean level at 11.02. So we'll mark that down. Look how that level prior to this time frame, it was support for several days before it broke down through it. Towards the top, we have another level here at 11.81. Very clean levels. You can see here we found support at 11.02, bounced back to 11.81, and so forth until we finally broke down from that 11.02. High of pre-market. Let's see here. High of pre-market. Let's get in here. So high of the pre-market now, it seems to be getting tested. 1061. So we'll see how that does. It looks like it wants to break out of this candle. It looks very strong. Pre-market activity looks like it wants to head higher. Not the cleanest pre-market activity, but the volume is very light. But the daily looks amazing. So I want to definitely watch this one today. Towards the bottom, guys, area of support and resistance over the last couple of days, 1028. You can see on here the resistance happening in this area, and then the support on 1, 2, 3 days on there, and then another support again here on this day, and then resistance for these 2 days here. So plenty on there for BBY. And then here's Roku, guys. We have not looked at Roku. What's going on with this one? Volume is 77,000 shares traded. We do have some levels already on this one. This could be a good possible towards the top, the highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. So you have all those 2 right on there. And then towards the bottom, you have the previous day close and also 96.25 and 96.16. Right, so we're just hanging out around 100 right now, which was the previous day close was 99.74. So we'll see. It looks like this thing is consolidating. It can go either way here. You can have a bounce, but definitely the short bias on Roku is definitely on fire at the moment, as this thing has been dropping quite a bit, and we do have some areas of support that we can head towards for testing. So that could be a good one. THOA, these are my possibles, guys, here. So I'm gonna put on here. Let's make some room to distinguish the list from the possible. So we have THO as a possible here. Norm mentioned some news on there. So you have some levels already towards the bottom, plenty highs and lows in previous day close. And then we have the high from Thursday right on here. Above that, very clean level towards 54.86. Another possible we have is CALM. Another one here. Doesn't have much volume right now, guys. Again, so we'll just see how that develops at the open. Right now it's pretty flat. The daily looks interesting. but not much going on right now. MNK, we do have some levels on this already because we did trade this recently a couple of days ago, right on this date here. Traded very nice. So 318, 365, 414, 477, and 542 are still very active levels, and you do have highs and lows from the last 2 trading days right in this area. Now, if this thing does drop towards the bottom, you do have 194 and also 144 as 2 levels towards the bottom here. All right, guys, so that is our watch list. Let's just go over it real quick. So we have BABA on here. Again, BABA has some activity, 470,000 shares traded. Somewhat choppy right now. It's stuck between the highs and lows of the pre-market, but we can see if we can get some kind of continuation on this one if we can get active today. JD's kind of in the same situation as well. Big day on Friday. We'll see if we can get some continuation today. Not as much volume as BABA. AMD's guys got some serious volume being traded at the moment, so something picked up on it. As you can see, it's bouncing off that previous day close from yesterday. We'll keep an eye on this one as well. MU will be great for a continuation today, either long or short. This thing can go either way. Already on short selling restriction here, as you can see. So we'll check out how this trades today. BBBY, again, this one's very active at the moment, 105, and we do have some areas of support and resistance towards the top and bottom. So we'll see how if this can break out of that 1061. They have earnings coming up later this week, and you do have a buyer here that keeps hitting the ask with 4,900 shares every single time. He was hitting. See, he's still doing it. Norm, this guy's still doing it here at a 1061. Yeah. And he was doing it earlier at a. Well, I can't go back now, but he was doing it earlier at 1044, I think it was. So.
Yep, 1044, 1045. He's been in there. There's been actually 2 of them. There's one with a 4,400 share hotkey and one with a 4,900 share hotkey that just keeps accumulating at that level.
Yeah, so this will be interesting to watch, guys. Let's see what happens here. And then we have Roku as a possible. It's not looking all that great, but it's been so active. We want to keep an eye on this one today. So that is what we have. Let's take a look at our gappers list. Let's see some more stuff is popping up over here that we haven't looked at. EDU. Let's look at EDU. Not much going on, guys. Couple of block trades, 180,000 share trade there. What else we have here? PDD. PDD starting to get active. Actually, PDD could be interesting. Yeah, this could be interesting. I'm going to put it on here. And as we finalize our list going into 9:30, I'll check out, see what's going on with that one. What else we have here that might have popped up? EGO. EGO is on here, 486,000 shares traded, but again, not really doing a good pre-market activity. Looks like a couple of just big trades being dropped here, big orders. All right, what else do we have here? So you guys, XRP. XRP is not coming up as a ticker. I think we looked at QRS, did we? Hold on, QRS. QSR, sorry, QSR. Yeah, we looked at this one. Not much going on right now, guys. Volume is definitely not there on QRS. All right, folks. That is what we have. So again, BABA, JD, AMD is getting very active, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this one. MU, possible continuation. It's got some good volume. As you know, MU doesn't get a lot of volume to open the pre-market, but today it's got 305, definitely active based on the continuation that we can possibly get out of this. BBBY is good, very active right now, and then Roku for a possible continuation. Yes, we did look at Richard. We did look at Doba. Doba is actually a buyout, so again, I don't expect this one to be tradable. You can see once you zoom out on this 5-minute, just pure flat right here on 27.28 price tag. So don't expect anything out of that. WFC, I had a great trade on WFC on Friday. Beautiful opening range on Friday on WFC. See what's going on WFC right now. 186,000 shares traded. I don't see much in regards to movement. And the thing is with these stocks, they don't move very much, these bank stock. But on Friday, it was definitely in play with the news. So I think a new CEO was named for WFC, so that was positive for them. Could be a good possible, guys. I'll throw it on here. But again, I don't expect a lot out of these banking stocks unless there's some news. This one had a news catalyst on Friday. Could we get a continuation out of it? But I don't see how strong that's going to be today. All right, guys. Thank you on YouTube for joining us. Have a great Monday as we start this new week and getting close to ending September as a trading month. So hope you guys are doing well, and we will talk to you guys later. Take care.
Take care, guys. Trade safe. See you tomorrow morning.